Good morning, everybody. I thought I'd say hello this morning before my hair gets blown into something that resembles a very large bird's nest crossed with a mushroom. It's fairly mushroomy still. I've got it clipped back like this so that it doesn't blow all around my face too much because I cannot stand that. We're having a bit more of a steady day today. Yesterday wasn't meant to be as full on as it was. I was absolutely exhausted and I'm still quite tired now, so oh, excuse me, as if to illustrate the point. Cosmo knocked my phone off of the arm of this chair this morning. Here, you can see the walls are very rough hewn and the screen scraped down the wall. Luckily I've got a screen protector, like a tempered glass screen protector on, but it's chipped the edge of the protector. That's going to irritate me forever now. Well, it won't irritate me for long because I'm due a phone update. It'll irritate Ivy shortly, I should imagine. Speaking of irritating, I just wanted to say, in the spirit of keeping things real, as I like to, I know that my vlogs may look as though we're having a perfectly wonderful, lovely time and everything is rosy. And we are having an absolutely lovely and wonderful time. However, a holiday with small children is always a busman's holiday, isn't it? And I've tolerated no end of screaming and shouting and fighting and arguing between the two of them this morning. So I'm feeling a little bit frayed round the edges at the moment, but part of the problem is that Cosmo is bored. I asked him to pack his bag by himself this time. I said, take some books, get some things that you can, small toys and games that you can entertain yourself with while we're there, and put them in your rucksack. He put 3 books, 1 toy and a pack of Lego cards in his bag. Oh, and his teddy. And I was so busy getting everything else ready that I never thought to stop and check. He didn't even bring his bedtime reading books. So yesterday at Barter Books, Johnny and he chose a nice chapter book which we started reading with him last night. So that's one thing. But he's got precious little else to entertain himself with. He's been playing a bit on my tablet, but I don't want it all to be about screen, you know. So he's had some telly this morning. He's bored. He's bothering Ivy because he's bored and it entertains him. And Ivy is not in the mood for tolerating that. She's a preteen. The hormones are kicking in. So yes, that's that. But shortly we are going to pop to a medieval church. It's an 11th century church which is very nearby here, which we all want to see, and hopefully that'll be interesting and I can capture some of it. And then we're going to come back here for a bit of dinner today, and then after dinner we are going to go to the Lindisfarne Nature Reserve. So Lindisfarne Castle is on Holy Island, which is a tiny little island which is literally, it's a tiny bit off the coast. And what happens is that at high tide you can't get over there, but at low tide, when the tide goes out, there's a road that you can drive over to get to the island, which is covered by the sea when the tide is high. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by lots of notifications. Go away. And the tides at the moment aren't that good for visiting. It's like before 10:30 in the morning or after 3 o'clock in the afternoon that you can get over today. So what we're going to do is, there's a nature reserve on the mainland next to it, adjacent to it. So we're going to visit the nature reserve, and then once the tide's low enough to get across at about 3 o'clock, we're going to go over there and hopefully capture the sunset. And then we're going to come back here and have a pizza, and it'll be bedtime. So that's the plan for today, and then tomorrow we've got something more exciting planned. Hopefully we're going on a boat trip around the Farne Islands to see the seals and to visit sea houses, which should be lovely. So I'm just having a coffee and a little crochet now, and then we'll be off as soon as Johnny's got himself ready to go and see this church. That's 5 minutes of me blithering on. I think I'd better say bye bye now, and I'll see you in a bit. So pretty here. I just recorded this once and then realised I wasn't actually recording it. Never mind. We made a mistake earlier. We're going to... the nature reserve is actually on the island, not on the mainland. Not quite sure how we got confused with that, but never mind. We're going to go to a beach which is on the mainland, just by Lindisfarne, called Elwick Beach, and have a look at that before we go over the crossing. So it's very cold today. I've changed my hat to this one, which is a sockhead hat, which my mum knitted. She knitted it for herself, and then realised that it was too big and too floppy for her, because she's only got a wee little head. But it is in my yarn. It's in a colourway called Mellow Fruitfulness, and the double brim keeps my ears nice and warm, and it comes down low in my neck, so I put that on instead of my Northern Lights hat, which is a bit floppier. So I shall take some pictures and some video when we get to the beach. This is fun.
Hello. Have I got cream out of my mouth?
No, it's gone. When you go to Lindisfarne, you must have mead. Very rare for me to have an alcoholic tipple, but after how cold and rainy it was up there, I need it to warm the cockles. Reminds me of Liebfraumilch. That is very nice. It's obviously still red and sore, but it's a bit less scabby today. Oh, thank goodness for that. We're just waiting for some pizzas to cook in the oven, so the kids are just chilling out. The fire is blazing and my hair is flat today because of the other hat. And I'm doing a bit of crochet, which is very pleasant. I forgot to show you yesterday's sock choice, but today is the Speckled Space socks in Trick or Treat yarn by Ducky Darlings. Toasty. I've just taken my green sparkly nail varnish off because it was chipping. So my job for the evening is going to be to put some of this purple sparkly on. And I've got my top coat and my base coat here. And that's my nail kit. I've brought these along with me as well. But they're both Barium. But I just fancied green purple. So that's my job for tonight. I've got a couple of bits of admin to do as well, so I'm going to do that and a little crochet, and then hopefully get to sleep very early tonight because I'm tired and the meat has made me drowsy. So I shall say night night everybody. Thank you for joining me again today, and I'll see you tomorrow.